to your door. And here's the best part. The first 100 boxes are on us. That's right. We're giving away the first 100 boxes. After that, enjoy 30% off on your first box upon signing up at www.bloomranchofacton.com and enter promo code ThankYouRams. There are no fans like Rams fans. Winning and getting healthier together is the real flex. So hurry, this offer won't last forever. Follow Bloom Ranch on IG and share how you're getting healthier using #BloomRamFit.
Los Angeles, your Rams return home to SoFi Stadium for a Week 4 showdown versus the Indianapolis Colts. You don't want to miss this AFC-NFC showdown, so bring all your energy and pack the Rams house. To purchase your tickets, head to therams.com/IND. Again, that is therams.com/IND. To see your Rams battle the Colts on Sunday, September 28th at 1:05 p.m. See you at the Rams house.
Hey, it's Sedano. Week 1 for the Rams. Rams-Texans today at SoFi will be all over tomorrow morning on the all-new Sedano and Cap Morning Show, starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA. Your home for Rams football.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Time to recap Rams-Texans, Week 1 NFL Sunday from SoFi Stadium.
This is the Rams postgame show. Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens live from Hollywood Park Casino. Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play. We'll recap everything that went down today in Week 1 NFL Sunday. Plus, we're going to take your reaction. 877-710-ESPN. Rams Texans in the books. Time to react. The Rams postgame show is right now.
Back to Travis Rogers.
And not just me, and not just Sua Cravens, but the one and only Mr. Christopher Morales here at Hollywood Park Casino with us as well.
Trav, what's going on? What a day. What an opening day. And by the way, we just got to say this. Sua Cravens bringing the energy this season. A whole new Rams postgame show. And we are excited that Sua is with us. We got producer Emily here. You and Sua doing a great job so far. We are at Hollywood Park Casino. When you walk into HPC, you see the Century Bar and Grill. You see the Rays Lounge. And here we are, giving away fabulous prizes. We got our friends from Legends Attic here. By the way, see across the way that store?
I do.
That's now a Legends Attic built-in store.
There we go.
Here at Hollywood Park Casino, HPC, Park Party and Play. So you're coming in, whether you're coming from SoFi Stadium or you live down the street, and you know what? I got to go there. I got to press the flesh with Travis and Sua. And I'm going to go and tell them what I think about the Rams game. We're going to be taking fan reaction all day while we do the Rams postgame show here.
There's also AC. It was very hot out
Yes,
today.
and there's AC.
So there's AC blaring here. It's amazing.
Absolutely. The Rams win 14-9. And Sue, I thought you said something really interesting. This offense, this may be as rough as we see it for most of the season. Don't you think so?
Yeah, agreed. I don't think that we'll see a game where Devontae doesn't score. Puka didn't score today, right?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think
Davis Allen and Kyren Williams, your 2 touchdowns
Don't think there's a world in Rams fandom where we go a bunch of weekends without Devontae and Puka scoring touchdowns. It just won't happen again.
By the way, we heard that commercial from JB talking about the next home game, which is on September 28th against the Colts. Did you see what the Colts did to the Dolphins today? Who knew the Colts were good?
I don't think they are. I think Miami's that bad.
Really?
I think Miami is that bad. The Colts may be Look, it's Danny Dimes. We're not really going to jump on the Danny Dimes
It's
bandwagon.
Indiana Jones,
I
man.
don't know.
It is Indiana Jones.
Danny Dimes had something today.
No, I think the Dolphins have nothing.
Okay.
I think it could be more of Miami being that bad along the way.
We'll see how weeks 2 and 3 go for Indianapolis, but that game in week 4 right here back at SoFi Stadium could be interesting.
It could be interesting for sure. And look, the Rams did the thing today that they have been unable to do for the last couple of seasons, and that's get off to a good start. Maybe it's not a bunch of crazy stats. Matthew Stafford's numbers pretty good: 21 of 29, 245 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. The big number is he goes over 60,000 yards for his career, becoming just the 10th guy ever to do that. And you can just tell by the fact that they let him throw the ball on that third down play. You're not doing that with a lot of guys. But a guy that's thrown for 60,000 yards in the league, you could probably trust his judgment in a moment.
Yeah, if that's Jimmy G out there, we're running the ball and punting it. Yeah. And I think that throw right there kind of put the back questions to me for
really?
The way that he played today. He got hit a bunch of times today. They did a bunch of play actions. He made a bunch of herky-jerky movements where he had to take a sack or just throw it away. And he didn't look like he was nursing any injuries in that last throw on third down. He had to rope that thing quickly to his receiver, and he got it done. Again, as long as I don't see him on the injury report throughout the week, I might be over the back.
You and I were talking about it when the game started. Houston was bringing everything they had at him right out of the gate. It seemed like they were blitzing on nearly every down early in the game. Was that just to see if he could move, if he could be able to make those quick movements because of the bad back? Is that what they were looking for?
Yeah, I believe so. And they were getting after him early. And when we spoke about it, it looked like he couldn't move. Once he saw that blitz, it was either I'm taking the sack or I got to get out, throw it away immediately. But he didn't necessarily make a lot of moves outside of the pocket. Even when he did, I don't think it's not just his back. At this point in his career and his age, he's not scrambling around and escaping anybody.
No, you know where he's going to be.
Yeah.
Right? He's going to be in the pocket. It's up to you whether you can get there before he decides to get rid of it or not. And I think, he's a pretty tough guy. He's going to be willing to stand in there a little bit, but I don't think you're going to see him get hit a ton this year.
I mean, he was healthy enough to try or attempt a QB sneak today. If there were any type of concerns at that one, I don't think they're putting him in the fire to get stomped on.
What did you think of that call?
Line.
That was kind of like on 3rd and goal from the 1. Matthew Stafford with a quarterback keeper, that caught me a little surprised. I'm not going to lie.
They never do that.
No.
Never. I thought I would see the 4th down play on 3rd down, and then if they didn't get that, then 4th down would be the sneak. Instead, they just switched it around.
Why do you think they what did that? Just was there any testing involved?
I mean, you said it because we're not expecting it. We're not expecting Stafford to sneak the ball from right there. And
looked like he was a little tentative going in there.
Yeah.
That was not a guy hitting the hole in the special teams.
He laid on the pile.
It's not the tush push. We also maybe get Kyron in there, like do a little bit of a tush push. Get Matthew in there.
Maybe they didn't want him pushing his back.
That's true.
But they did try to sneak with him, so I feel Coach McVay is pretty confident with him going forward.
We got our first caller of the day, Em?
Yeah, we got our first caller of the day. We got Robbie in East Long Beach. Robbie.
What's up, Robbie?
How's it going, you guys? Travis, Sua, and Lindsay.
Good, Robbie. How are you?
I thought the victory was terrific. Matthew Stafford, awesome, attempting a QB sneak. But my favorite part has been our overall defense. And I'm thinking with Matthew Stafford back healthy, in good shape, I think maybe you rest him next week and give Jimmy G the start. And then we have Matthew Stafford back good and ready for week number 3. And I feel good with Devontae Adams, 50-50 for a wild card and maybe take on the Eagles. Let's go, Rams. Woo!
All right, Robbie. Thank you for the call. Appreciate you checking in. A couple of things here. Just because we're across the street from the Kawhi Leonard's home, we're not doing load management in week 2 of the NFL season. We're definitely not doing that. This is not a starting rotation. Matthew Stafford is going to play unless Matthew Stafford is incapable of playing.
Yeah, no. If Matthew Stafford is not on the field going forward, barring no injuries, that means the season's over and that we're trying to see what else we got. So
right.
I don't want to see any QB controversy. I don't want to see any rotations. Stafford's the guy until he isn't.
He was pretty good, but the numbers like we talked about, he's got 250 yards, touchdown, no interceptions. But it didn't look like he was totally in rhythm for any long stretch of the game. It looked like there were some throws that he made that were perfect. The one to Puka to kind of ice the game was 10 out of 10. But there were some other ones that looked just that timing was just a little bit off, and you can't help but think that's exactly because he missed so much time during camp.
Yeah, and you could see the receivers you can tell he's been throwing to for the last few years where it's like riding a bike. I can just get it to him, and then you can see like, oh, this is maybe he's a little faster than expected, or I haven't thrown to him much this offseason because of the injury, and maybe I don't know if I need to lead him or leave it short, but that'll come as the season progresses. But, yes, I saw the same.
Every time they had to have it, they went to Puka.
Yeah.
It just, other than that very first play, very first third down where they went to Devontae and he took a nasty shot in that one as well. But it was, okay, we got to have this. We're going to go find Puka Nacua.
Yeah, and I think that'll change as the season progresses. I think that teams will start leaning heavy to Puka, saying, okay, this is who he wants to get the ball to. And not necessarily the wise decision to make because you still have Devontae Adams. This will probably be Devontae's worst game of the season. And he did take that hit earlier that caused him to have a few drops. So just a shake-off game. You got the win. You just torch it and move on to the next one.
Devontae Adams, 4 catches, 51 yards along the way. We will hear from the man in charge of the whole show. Sean McVay is coming up next. That's straight ahead on the Rams postgame show on the ESPN Only Rams Radio Network.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end September 30th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Chris Morales here. So many things, big and little, make you uniquely you. Your hobbies, dreams, career, family, and more. Addiction to drugs, including opioids and stimulants, can strip these away from you. This National Recovery Month, recover your life. Choose treatment for drug addiction and get back to what matters most. Find a provider and proven treatment option that's right for you. Recover you at choosechangeca.org.
Your mornings just got a whole lot louder.
Two massive LA radio superstars.
Sedano and Cap have taken over Morning Drive on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
I'm a great tipper. Cappy's the one that never tips. He's the one that's always complaining. Why is everything got to be a tip? I tip all those mother bleepers.
Don't just listen. Watch, stream, and connect across every platform.
Not a radio station, but a multi-platform operation. Okay?
Yeah, get him, George.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
And 9 to 10 a.m. for the YouTube-only hour.
The freaking curtains open, we bust out through them, and we hit the airwaves.
Because weekday mornings in LA belong to Sedano and Cap.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. What a first week launch week it was of the all-new Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Enjoy the football weekend. Fight on USC. Let's go Rams. Rams house. We're going to be talking about it Monday morning. Plus, can the Dodgers recover from a bumpy week? All of that, plus Radio Tinder, plus our morning roll call. What's happening? And, of course, Sedano and Cap. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show back Monday at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Have a beautiful weekend.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen.
And ESPN LA is the new home of the Rich Eisen Show in the Southland.
Bill Burr, what'd you think of Bill Belichick's first game as head coach of North Carolina?
What'd you think of Joe Namath on the Rams? What'd you think of Johnny Unitas on the Chargers? What happened to that guy?
The home of USC football, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, 710 ESPN, and always on the new ESPN LA app.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of the LA Rams, the home of Rams football. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Rams Week 1 NFL Sunday against the Texans is a final from SoFi Stadium.
This is the Rams postgame show with Travis Rogers and Sua Cravens. Live from HPC, Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play. We recap everything that went down.
You're listening to the Rams postgame show.
Once again with Sua Cravens. Back to Travis Rogers.
Rams are 1-0 after a 14-9 opening week victory against the Houston Texans, like you just heard Sua and Travis here. But it's not just the two of us. Of course, it's producer Emily and the one and only Chris Morales here at Hollywood Park Casino.
Trav, listen, it is going to be a party, oh party. Hollywood Park Casino. We're in front of the Rays Lounge. We're in front of the Century Bar and Grill. The fans are coming in. A lot of them are just trying to get the AC. But you know what? When they walk in, they say Sua. They go, Sua. Is that the USC legend, the All-American Sua Cravens? Yes, it is.
It's right there.
Yes, it is.
No,
Look at those tattoos.
I'm aware.
They want to come and take a selfie with Sua. They want to win fabulous prizes. The Funny Games Department's here. Our friends from Legends Attic are here. And we want to talk football with them. We want to get them on the air, too. So come on out. HBC, we're here for every home game after the game. And here's the other thing. We're getting ready for the Titans next week.
Yeah.
The Rams go on the road.
Cam Ward.
Titans are not good. Cam Ward got sacked 6 times today. The Broncos destroyed them. And I didn't think that the Broncos could destroy another team. Not out of the gate like this. The Titans aren't good.
Well, look.
So my 14-3 prediction for the season, I think we're 2-0 after next week.
Well, I hope so. Next week, they better be 2-0 after playing a rookie quarterback in his second game.
They didn't even have 200 yards.
Bo Nix scared the living daylights out of me today because the Broncos were my eliminator pool pick today. That game was way closer than it needed to be.
Yeah.
Picking against Tennessee and a rookie quarterback in his first game on the road? Absolutely.
Wow, that's a little brave. I got to be honest, that's brave to go Broncos out of the gate.
No, Broncos are good.
Broncos are a good team.
Top
10 defense.
Team. Yeah, no, the Broncos are going to have a pretty good year.
You know who was also good today that I'm very upset about? The Raiders.
The Raiders were good.
They looked great.
I took the Patriots.
Look, Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, Brock Bowers.
I love how now you're saying Geno Smith is
he's
not Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford. He's not Matthew Stafford, but what he is he's not a bum. He's a real NFL quarterback.
He is.
He might not be a star, but he's a real NFL quarterback, and
he's a guy.
He's going to make stuff happen.
Yes, he is. And the Raiders looked great today. I cannot lie. Going on the road in Foxborough, Week 1, Raiders dropping points and playing defense. You love to see it.
A lot of people love to see it. I didn't love to see it. I'm a Rams fan now.
I know you are. Everybody knows that about you.
Okay.
Everybody knows
I said 14-3.
What gave it away?
We're on the road.
When people see you, they think that there goes that Rams fan right there.
Listen, this guy's diehard. He bleeds. Well, what is it? Royal and
soul. Royal and soul.
I bleed royal and soul.
What is the soul? The yellow?
The yellow. Yes, like
well,
sun.
The royal.
SOL.
You can say you bleed bone.
Yeah.
It's bone
He's
white.
showing bone. You're bleeding royal and so, and you're showing some bone along the way.
Oh, no.
We'll get into it a little bit later, but Sue was talking about his tats a little bit, Morales, and we're talking about hairline stuff going on. You really want to get there, don't you?
I'm just saying, I'm not. If I'm ever thinning up here, you let me know immediately.
You're just going to wear a hat all the time like I do?
No.
Or you going to let it go?
I'm going to shave it bald and then get the Kobe faded tatted like Kenny Smith.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think you're going? You look like you.
No. My mom's
right
dad
now.
died with a full head of hair, white afro. That's where it comes from. So it's looking good.
Listen, I've been telling Travis for years, go with the white afro. Even if it's fake, let's just rock the white afro. Why not?
Where is he sourcing the white afro?
I don't know. We're going to have to get out of 23andMe to figure out what's going on.
In his neighborhood, no afros allowed. You know what I'm saying? White or not.
The Rogers household is very afro-friendly. You can bring them in wherever you'd like to do it. Let's take a listen to our second caller of the day. Who do we got, Em?
We've got Chris, who is just outside of SoFi Stadium, probably stuck in traffic. Should be at HPC. But, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
All right.
How you guys doing?
We're good, Chris. Turn off your radio.
Well, I don't. It's my phone. So I just got out of the stadium right now, and everybody's just so excited about how the victory went today. I mean, it was a little kind of like on the boring side, but the fact that we were able to get that win against a team that supposedly has aspirations of maybe going really far with their team, and also a lot of the times that everybody picked Houston against the Rams, which really kind of concerns me because no one has any respect for the Rams when it comes to anything going on this season.
Well, I don't know about that. I think that the Rams are picked to win the division more places than they aren't. But so, look, this is week one, right? This is week one where anything can happen. There's weird stuff. There was a ton of penalties in this game today on both sides. It's not going to be the crispest you're going to see the team all season. You want to get through week one with a W, and whatever else happened along the way, you can clean it up after that. Maybe it wasn't perfect. The offense didn't look as dynamic as I think we were probably hoping for, but they won the game. Everybody's probably feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, you treat week one like you treat your golf score. There's no pictures on the scorecard.
Numbers only.
No, numbers only. And when it says 1-0, that's all I care about because we've seen teams go 1-0 and put so much into that first game, they ended up not even being playoff teams. I think that 2003 Tom Brady team got waxed week one, like 30-0 at home, won the Super Bowl. So it doesn't, week one, you can't put too much into it. But, however, you do want to have a 1 in that first column.
But there were some costly penalties here and there. So they had 7 penalties for 60 yards lost. And is that a product of they're not ready to play? Stafford wasn't in training camp. They don't value the preseason. So you come in and you have more penalties than you might want to expect out of week one?
Yeah, you don't like sloppy play, and obviously live is live, and it's completely different compared to preseason, from practice to preseason, from preseason to a real game. You can't get a live look. So, and you're on the O-line, you're going to hold a little more than you expected because this is a completely different tempo and velocity you're used to in the secondary. You're going to grab when receivers start to break off their routes because you've been playing in space with guys without real flags, so you don't necessarily know what you can get away with as a DB. So in week one, maybe even week 2 and 3, you expect a little sloppy play, but come time when you're in the thick of it, you got to clean that up.
Yeah, so I would think by the time that we get into like you were talking about, kind of break the season into quarters, 4-game chunks along the way, by the time you're into that second quarter of games, a lot of the penalties that we saw today, I think would be a lot more frustrating than they are after the first week or two, where you just know there's going to be some loose ends. That is, as hard as you want to practice, as hard as you want to go in those joint workouts with other teams, it's just not the same. And I get why Sean McVay does what he does in the preseason. I get why you want to be as healthy as you can going into week one, but you're going to have some bumpy re-entries when this is the first time you've played real football since January.
Yeah, and I'm good with getting the rust off and getting reacclimated with your team, but one thing that I will never be okay with, no matter what time of year it is false start and offside penalties. Those are one thing we can 100% control. You know the snap count if you're on offense. You're at home, it's not loud to the point where you're shaking. You do not need to be jumping off sides or false starting, setting drives back, because we saw today about 2 or 3 different drives that could have ended very badly with first down penalties, and we ended up getting saved on 2nd and 3rd down.
Yeah, they did a much better job on that. Both teams had penalty issues today, though. The Texans had 11 for 80 yards. The Rams had 7 for 60 yards, and they seemed to come at really inopportune times. Once you had an opportunity to maybe kind of move that ball down the field, it's like you get a Texans will give you a little bit of a break, and then you kind of shoot your own foot off, and you're moving back in the very next play.
Yeah, and Texans did that as well. You know, as much as we gave them free yardage, they gave it right back, especially in the second half. And we were talking about it in the booth. We're like, how fast did that first half go? And in the third quarter, it felt like we played 2 games in that third quarter. It just took forever with how sloppy the play was.
Yeah, a lot of incompletions, a lot of penalties along the way as well. But the Rams come out on top 14-9. Let's pause 10 seconds so stations can identify themselves on the ESPN LA Rams radio network.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma Brands radio station.
Speaking of that man right there, Sean McVay, we will hear from him coming up after the Rams move to 1-0 in their opener on the ESPN LA Rams radio network.
Here's a tip. The more cars a dealership sells, Firestone exit.
Nobody's got better moves than the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show.
Everybody can dance. You got to dance like nobody's watching. You got to love like you've never been hurt. You got to dance like nobody's watching.
I will dance at a wedding and have a great time.
The laughs, the sports, and yes, the best dance steps at 710.
I got the same 6 moves.
I'm so self-conscious when I'm doing it.
Oh, really?
But for whatever reason.
You look like you're a good dancer.
I'm not, but at a wedding, I don't care.
Yeah.
I've had a martini
That's
and
fine.
4 beers,
That's
and
okay.
let's go do it.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
Got a little 2-step to you?
No, I got a little of this.
Fine.
About
There
it.
you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
it.
Follow DeAndre.
Caucasian 2-step. That's what I call
There
it.
you go.
The what?
Caucasian 2-step.
I'm going to
There
patent
you
that.
go.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Sedano and Cap have taken over Morning Drive on 710 ESPN.
Rams opener.
And so, of course, he requested a credential after we closed credentials, but I made it happen for him.
This guy. There should be a credential in my name and a parking pass so that when a star of my magnitude decides to go to the game, I cruise right in.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams, the home of Rams football. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams radio network.
Time to recap Rams Texans, Week 1 NFL Sunday from SoFi Stadium.
This is the Rams postgame show. Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens live from Hollywood Park Casino. Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play. We'll recap everything that went down today in Week 1 NFL Sunday. Plus, we're going to take your reaction. 877-710-ESPN. Rams Texans in the books. Time to react. The Rams postgame show is right now.
Back to Travis Rogers.
1-0. 14-9 is the final score. The Rams beat the Texans. As we talked about just a second ago, the Tennessee Titans, first road game of the season. 1 week from today, kickoff at 10 o'clock. Sue and I will have your pregame show starting a couple hours before that. Sean McVay, of course, will be looking to win the second game of the season, get off to a good start, something they have not been able to do the last couple of seasons along the way. Got hot late, struggled a little bit early. And the head coach of the Rams, Sean McVay, spoke with J.B. Long and Maurice Jones-Drew after the win.
Back at SoFi Stadium, Sean McVay with us following a 14-9 win in Week 1 against the Houston Texans. Sean, that is a contender. That is a champion you just played across the sideline from you. What do you take away from this win?
Yeah, I think we have so many great things to be able to learn from. What I like is this is a mentally tough, a resilient group that found a way. We did a lot of things that aren't in alignment with consistent winning football. But, hey, we'll take it. I think our guys stayed mentally tough. They stayed resilient, found a way to be able to finish the game. But, man, there's a lot of opportunities for us to, be better collectively. But I love it. I love this team. And, man, we can really learn from it.
Coach, on that last third down play, I was saying run the ball. JB was saying throw the ball.
Yeah, we would have punted it back. You're playing it soft, Mo.
That's what I was trying. Am I getting soft, Coach?
You damn right you are. You got to freaking go for the jugular and try to end that thing, and that's what we did.
All right, I will be analyzing differently from now on. Thank you.
How about the defense, Sean? Only 3
awesome.
field goals allowed, a second-half shutout. 15-yard line was as far as Houston got.
Yeah, they were outstanding. I thought Chris Shula and the defensive coaches and then our players did an outstanding job. Relentless pressure. Really, we gave them a couple with some penalties that extended some drives, but we'll be able to learn from this. There's a lot of things that took part in that game that I'm really excited that we can coach off of it after, finding a way to be able to get the result we were hunting up, and, great learning out for us to move into week 2.
If it's okay with you, the peanut punch is no longer. It's the landman punch in L.A. from now on.
I love it. That's what we've been saying. He did that from the very jump. We said who's going to be the first one to get it, and he said there was no doubt he was, and he came through on his word.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that's the head coach of the Rams, Sean McVay, with JB and MJD after the 14-9 win. I want to start with what they talked about last, Sua, and that was the play by Nate Landman that kind of put the game away for the Rams. The Rams had a turnover of their own. Texans get the ball. They start to drive down. They got a chance to score what would have been the go-ahead, if not game-winning touchdown. They're in Rams territory. Completed pass to Agumbawale, and all of a sudden Nate Landman comes in, not even trying to make a tackle, but just comes in with like a right cross, hits it right on the ball, out it comes. How difficult of a play is that?
To have the kahunas to not wrap up, because you're basically making a decision. When you go for the peanut punch, we practice it all the time. You are deciding that I'm going to trust the guys around me to triangle tackle because I'm going for the knockout. There's no way I can wrap and punch at the same time at that angle, at least without hurting myself. And he was 100% confident that that placement of that fist was going to be on the ball. And sure enough, bam, punches it out. The defense recovers in our own red zone. To put the peanut punch together in that scenario is a huge get for the defense.
The second lost fumble of Agumbawale's NFL career.
Yeah.
He is not a guy that puts the ball on the ground, and that's just the second time that he's lost it.
If you followed him to the sideline after that fumble, he was sick to his stomach. He didn't take his helmet off. He didn't talk to anybody. He just stood by himself on the sideline because he couldn't believe what just happened.
How hard is it to land that punch right on? Because, it's happening fast. You're moving in at full speed. The offensive player's coming at you at full speed. To be able to calculate and have it right on the money like that, how hard is that?
Well, speaking as a guy who has tried it a number of times at the pro level, if you don't tape your wrist and you miss on a peanut punch, you could break your wrist because you're seriously trying to punch an object that's moving towards you. So the momentum of a guy running at you, if you're not trying to tackle him and you don't get that ball clean, you can seriously hurt your wrist. And to have the audacity to not only not square him up and wrap him up, but to only punch at the ball and hit it clean, that is something you practice time and time again, and they executed.
Kind of staying with some of the other things that Sean McVay mentioned, and one of the first things he said was that they found a way to win, and I think that's going to be the takeaway. That, as we get closer to Tennessee, further away from this Houston game, maybe it's not something that you hang in the football Smithsonian of the prettiest game in the history of the world, but they found a way to win. And the other thing he mentioned right off the top, too, against a really good team. The Texans are very likely going to win their division. They're very likely going to go back and be a playoff team for the third consecutive year. They came in here with one of the best defenses in football, and maybe not pretty, but they found a way.
you said it, they have one of the best defenses in football, and that's why they found a way to win. When you have one of your best players injured and the offense isn't necessarily moving the way you want it to, and their defense is being consistent, they're getting after the quarterback, they're stopping the run, how are you going to separate? And it was the defense today. The defense really separated themselves by stopping the run. Nick Chubb could get nothing. And C.J. Stroud had to find something that try to make something shake. He started trying to force balls to Nico Collins. Even Nico had a small day today. So if your defense can shut down a top 5 receiver in the NFL, you're doing a great job. And what a performance on week 1.
Nico Collins, 3 catches for 25 yards. A really quiet day. Some fantasy owners surprised, especially with no Tank Dell and no Christian Kirk. Like, he was going to be the guy that's going to have to carry the water for them today. Really not able to do it. And, Sean McVay also said, this is an opportunity for us to go learn from this, right? To really go back and get back to it. Is this not what coaches are really what they're looking for, which is want to win, first of all, right? Number 1, let's win. But number 2, let's win, but also have a bunch of stuff that I can coach off of along the way and feel really good about it, because you go out there and you drop a 45-point game on somebody, you win 45-6 or whatever. Everybody's feeling pretty good. Yeah. This, you're going to get people's attention.
Yeah, you see this game like this, and you kind of get to tell yourself, I can trust my defense early. I can be aggressive on those 4th downs. We spoke about it when the Rams were maybe on the Houston's 45. We're like, why not just try to kick the field goal and trust your defense? I think seeing how they played today, going forward, if the game is to get tight like that and we need to score, maybe I do just kick the field goal and I'm okay with the miss because of how the defense is playing.
I don't think there's any question about it. And look, it's week 1, but seeing what we saw at the end of last year, where the last 3 games of the regular season, taking out the Seattle game where they didn't play any of their guys, the first playoff game against the Minnesota Vikings, the one that got moved to Arizona because of the fires here in Los Angeles, they haven't given up double digits. They gave them up in Philadelphia in the divisional round, they did, but in 5 of their last 6 games, where they've played their guys, they haven't given up more than 9 points.
Yeah. And in half of those points, the offense looked just like how they look today. The low scoring, but it's because of the rain in Frisco or the rain in New York and running clock. It's a run-heavy game plan. The defense has got to come to play, and obviously this defense has hit the ground running, continuing that momentum from last year.
All right, so Sean McVay also said when he was giving Maurice Jones-Drew a little bit of a hard time, you're playing soft, Mo. You got to go for the jugular. You got to end this thing. I get that he's messing with Mo a little bit, but is there a message to be said? Guys, this is how we're going to play this year. We're not playing conservatively. We're not going to punt it away. If we got a chance to put this game away, we're going to do it, because that ball falls incomplete. Matthew Stafford takes a sack or whatever it may be. The clock stops. Now you got to punt it away. They still have a timeout. It's a little bit of a different equation. It worked, but is this a message not just to go win this game, but to the team on how they're going to play all year?
Well, first, MJD's a Bruin, so he was born scary, and that's why he's saying let's run this football. But no, I know Coach McVay. He's aggressive. He wants to win games. He doesn't want to give a game away, and he decided early before they even got to that 3rd down, if I have to throw this ball, I'm throwing it because I believe in my quarterback. So I think he's sending a message to the rest of the league that it doesn't matter if you have the worst defense or the best defense. You're not going to change my game plan, and I'm going to be ultra aggressive when I feel like my players are better.
All right, Trav. Hollywood Park Casino, it's starting to rock. Coming up next, I know we're going to take a quick timeout, step aside, as George Sedano would say. We're going to step aside. But I got Michael, I got David. They're going to come out here, give us our reaction on the Rams postgame show next, okay?
Can't wait. We'll do it. It's all coming up. It's the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Can you write off a losing fantasy team on your taxes? Asking for a friend. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Treat mom to a hot night out at Thunder from Down Under this Friday night.
Number 2.
Float your boat at Flamingo Friday's nighttime pool parties with live DJ and drink specials this Friday.
And the number 1 reason.
Laughter is in the air when Cedric the Entertainer is in the house, September 19th.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Coach, the energy out there felt different. What changed for the team today?
It was the new game day scratchers from the California Lottery. Players, everything.
those games sent the team's energy through the roof.
Are you saying it was the off-field play that made the difference on the field?
Hey, a little play makes your day, and today, it made the game. That's all for now.
Coach, one more question.
Play the new Los Angeles Rams Scratchers from the California Lottery. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase, play, or claim.
Touchdown! Score big savings with the Albertsons or Vons for You app. It's like having a personal quarterback calling the plays on your wallet. Shop smart, save more. Every time you shop, simply enter your number at checkout and watch the savings add up. Earn points for cash off on gas or groceries. Plus, get weekly personalized deals to save even more. It's a winning combination. Download the Albertsons or Vons for You app for free today and start scoring touchdowns on your grocery bill. Full program details available on the app or at Vons or Albertsons.com.
Los Angeles, your Rams return home to SoFi Stadium for a Week 4 showdown versus the Indianapolis Colts. You don't want to miss this AFC-NFC showdown, so bring all your energy and pack the Rams house. To purchase your tickets, head to therams.com/IND. Again, that is therams.com/IND. To see your Rams battle the Colts on Sunday, September 28th at 1:05 p.m. See you at the Rams house.
Hey, it's me, your heart valve. The blood flowy thing in your heart. Ooh, hear that? The whole stadium's cheering for heart valve screenings? Detecting heart valve disease is super important, especially if you're over 65. It's deadly if you don't treat it. That's right. Bo! Heart valve disease! Bo! Good news is, early detection saves lives. Go to listentoyourvalves.com and get screened for heart valve disease. Oh, and go Rams!
Hi, this is Kyron Williams with your LA Rams. The Rams play here. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Time to recap Rams-Texans, Week 1 NFL Sunday from SoFi Stadium.
This is the Rams postgame show. Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens live from Hollywood Park Casino. Hollywood Park Casino. Park Party and Play. We'll recap everything that went down today in Week 1 NFL Sunday. Plus, we're going to take your reaction. 877-710-ESPN. Rams Texans in the books. Time to react. The Rams postgame show is right now.
Back to Travis Rogers.
Turning things around from the last couple of years, the Rams off to a nice start after 1 week. A 14-9 win against the Houston Texans. Matthew Stafford goes over 60,000 yards passing for his career. We are here live at Hollywood Park Casino, myself and Sua Cravens, and the one and only Christopher Morales.
Travis, it is a party, oh party. Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play. The Rams win. Whose house?
Rams house.
That's right, sucker. Whose house?
Rams house.
Here we go. Michael Pasquale from your neck of the woods, Mission VA. Michael, you were at the game today.
Hey.
How are we feeling about Week 1?
Oh, man, we're off to a good start. Finally 1-0.
Finally 1-0.
Yeah, we always go off to a slow start, but we're finally on the right track, so hopefully we can keep the momentum going.
Now, what was the highlight of the day? Was it when Devontae Adams took that shot and got right back up?
I mean, yeah, that was a cheap shot, but he shook it off, and, man, he was on his feet. The other guy actually got hurt. The Houston Texans guy got
Singletary.
hurt. Yeah, Singletary.
You know what? He's a gutless bum for doing that.
Yeah, he's pretty gutless. Yeah.
Right, Sua? A gutless bum.
I didn't say any of that.
So, Michael, next week in Tennessee,
yes,
Rams are going to destroy those Titans.
Oh,
right?
yeah. It's going to be like 42-13.
I like that. 42-13.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, thank you so much for
no
coming
doubt.
by.
It's been an honor,
Chris
guys.
is a huge Rams fan.
Big.
He's got
I was at the
14-3 this year.
I bleed, what is it, Royal and Soul?
Royal and
Soul.
I bleed it, Michael. I bleed it.
You bleed it.
Sometimes he'll show some
too.
bone.
Yeah, sometimes I will show some bone.
Hey, where's Cappy at? Where's
Cappy's? He's
Where's
at a
that gutless
tailgate.
bum? Where's that?
That other gutless bum?
Yeah,
Cappy
yeah.
is supposed to come here and show Travis how to do the Rams postgame show. That's what he said.
Oh, I didn't say
Oh, wow.
He can have it.
I think Travis is doing a great job.
Travis is amazing.
Travis is amazing.
Travis is incredible.
Yeah, where's DeMarco?
Don't threaten me with
Where's
time
DeMarco?
off.
Well, DeMarco, he did the game. He did the broadcast on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network. But for our
Sua, yeah.
Whoa, did you say replace?
I just said, I'm here.
I like that.
DeMarco's
Sua.
not. That's it.
Yeah.
For our flagship station here in LA, DeMarco and Travis will be doing tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. right here on ESPN.
I'll be listening.
All right, Michael, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take the rest of the day off.
Thank you, Michael.
We're going to get more crowd interaction here. I believe David's on deck next segment.
All right.
Here at Hollywood Park Casino, Trav.
Get ready, David. You got a lot to live up to. Michael set the bar very, very high. Let's talk about that hit from Devontae right out of the chute. He took one right in the chin, He gets up, first down, and Singletary's the one that's down on the ground.
Yeah, they tried to take a dreadlock off. They really I will say, the first series of the game, Texans defenders were flying around. They were hitting everybody extremely hard. Then they were trying to set the tone. Then they realized these guys are kind of big. Puka Nacua is huge. Devontae is no slouch, and I don't think I want to be physical all 4 quarters. And once Singletary went down, it kind of changed their game plan on defense.
The way that Puka got hit today.
Yeah.
And Puka takes some hits. Puka is an incredibly physical player. But my goodness, that double hit to the helmet early, and he got that cut opened up over his eye, gets the cut closed, and comes back and plays, gets pulled off the field by a third party, comes back onto the field again, and they're just a different team with number 12 out there, aren't they?
Yeah, we bring Puka over the middle almost every single time. It's like on every 3rd and 10 that we need a first down, 12 is across the middle. Just throw it across. I like it. I don't love it, and I want to see Puka have a very illustrious career in the blue and yellow. Yep. So let's get some of these young guys. Royal Soul and Bone. Let's get some of these young guys to run these deep digs across the middle and keep Puka on the outside. Let's stop beating them up.
So tell me, what's it like? You're a middle linebacker in the NFL, and I got this dude coming across my area, but he's got 30 pounds on me. I know they list him at 212. He's not. He's 220 at least, if not 230. Fast, strong, physical. Knowing that, and I know that defensive players are looking to hit guys, but he's looking to hit guys too.
Yeah, if I'm a linebacker, I maybe don't worry about it as much because it's going to hurt him more than it hurts me, even though he's a big guy. Now, as a DB, I was a bigger DB, and I know what some of these guys are thinking. A lot of them don't want to tackle. And when Puka is on the inside or he's coming from that X position, and he's going to run the Viking route, deep dig on 3rd down, some of these guys make business decisions and say, I'd rather try to get a pass breakup before I try to tackle this dude. Puka is a load to bring down.
Puka's head is the size of most guys' shoulders. That is a big
We saw it all the way up in the booth. I'm like, you can't miss Puka. 12 is right there.
That is a big dude. And, of course, the man delivering him the ball, none other than Matthew Stafford, which brings us to our player of the game. Driven by your Toyota dealers, official automotive partner of the Los Angeles Rams. We make it easy. We'll give it to Matthew Stafford because 60,000 yards in that league is no joke.
Yeah. Bonafide Hall of Famer. Should have his jersey retired in Detroit already.
Yeah.
Don't know. He's a Super Bowl winner. First ballot. Agreed?
I think so.
Even though he only has one first ballot.
The rub against it, I think, is I think he's never been an All-Pro or maybe a one-time All-Pro. There's always been somebody that's been better, but he's never been down the list. He's always near the top of the list. I certainly think so, and you can see it from the moment he's gotten here. They make the big trade. They send Jared Goff out, a couple of first-round picks. They take a big swing, and they hit right away, and they win the Super Bowl in that first year, and he's a big reason why. But I don't want to say it's not just that because that's everything, but in addition to that, every time he plays, you got a chance to win.
Yep.
And you can't say that about every quarterback. Some quarterbacks are like, hey, as long as he doesn't mess it up, we'll be okay. But with him, he might be the reason you actually win the game.
Who's a more successful Detroit quarterback outside of Matthew Stafford?
Oh, no. I mean,
greatest quarterback in franchise
Bobby
history?
Lane going back to a million years.
Okay, so greatest quarterback in franchise history.
Oh, I think so.
So that right there, I think that if you are and you've been gone a little while, 4 or 5 years since you left there, and you are still that franchise's best quarterback of all time, even with Jared Goff hitting the ground running in Detroit and kind of finding new life and being successful with Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, all the Laporta, all those weapons over there, he still gets compared to the guy he got replaced with, and that has to say something.
I do think, though, that there's something to be said about either you have multiple Super Bowl wins or at one point in time, you were the best quarterback in the league. And I don't think Matthew Stafford has either of those. There's never been a year where he's been the best quarterback in the league, bar none.
Might get another Super Bowl this year, or at least a run to get close to one. I think that might be one of the things that could put them over the top. Speaking of the Lions, they got beat today in the opener 27-13 by the Green Bay Packers. And look, just whenever you think of Matthew Stafford as a Rams quarterback, you can't help but immediately think of Jared Goff because they were traded for one another. And Goff was, okay, McVay is whispering in his ear. He goes to Detroit, and then it's Ben Johnson is whispering in his ear. Now that guy's gone. Here we are. And by the way, Goff wasn't that bad today. 31-39, 225, 1 TD, 1 interception along the way. But we're going to have to see him do the stuff that Stafford did in Detroit, which is just, hey, man, you're going out there, you're lighting it up, and at the end of the day, even if you lose, nobody's going, that's the reason they lost. Nobody ever said that about Stafford.
Yeah, but we also can see that this Detroit team is missing its coordinators on both sides of the football. Johnson being gone, it's going to leave Jared Goff hanging a little bit. And we saw this offense wasn't as explosive today. We didn't see Sonic and Knuckles today. We didn't see Amon-Ra twerking in the end zone like he does after he scored. We didn't see Jameson Williams taking the top off. This Packers defense, who might win their division this year, might be the best team, and just showed you without those coordinators, you guys are taking a step back. So Jared Goff is in for a long season if he can't figure that out.
And they didn't look great, or you shouldn't say they didn't win their game today, but the New York Jets looked a lot better with Aaron Glenn as their head coach. Of course, he was on the other side of the ball in Detroit, so Detroit's got a little bit of work to do. We'll talk some more about the rest of the NFL. We're here live at Hollywood Park Casino, where the Rams beat the Houston Texans 14-9. Lots more to get to on the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Thank you for listening to Rams Texans Today from SoFi Stadium. Rams football is presented by Call Jacob. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob and he will win for you. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB or visit calljacob.com. On the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
The We Make It Easy sales event is here. So now's the best time for a great deal on a new Toyota. Choose from the biggest selection of the year with the biggest savings. Drive home the all-hybrid Camry with its striking design, a trail-conquering Tacoma 4x4, or an adventurous RAV4. So hurry into your Toyota dealer. The time to drive home your new Toyota is here. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen.
And ESPN LA is the new home of the Rich Eisen Show in the Southland.
Bill Burr. What'd you think of Bill Belichick's first game as head coach of North Carolina?
What'd you think of Joe Namath on the Rams? What'd you think of Johnny Unitas on the Chargers? What happened to that guy?
The home of USC football, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, 710 ESPN, and always on the new ESPN LA app.
Nobody's got better moves than the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show.
Everybody can dance. You got to dance like nobody's watching. You got to love like you've never been hurt. You got to dance like nobody's watching.
I will dance at a wedding and have a great time.
The laughs, the sports, and yes, the best dance steps at 710.
I got the same 6 moves.
I'm so self-conscious when I'm doing it.
Oh, really?
But for whatever reason.
You look like you're a good dancer.
I'm not, but at a wedding, I don't care.
Yeah.
I've had a martini and 4 beers, and let's go do it.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
Yeah, a little two-step to you?
No, I got a little of this.
Fun.
About
there
it.
You go. There you go. Follow DeAndre.
Caucasian two-step. That's what I call it.
There you go.
The what two-step?
Caucasian two-step.
I'm going to patent
There you
that.
go.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Your mornings just got a whole lot louder.
2 massive LA radio superstars.
Sedano and Cap have taken over Morning Drive on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
I'm a great tipper. Cappy's the one that never tips. He's the one that's always complaining. Why is everything got to be a tip? I tip all those mother bleepers.
Don't just listen. Watch, stream, and connect across every platform.
Not a radio station, but a multi-platform operation. Okay?
Yeah, get him, George.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
And 9 to 10 a.m. for the YouTube-only hour.
The freaking curtains open, we bust out through them, and we hit the airwaves.
Because weekday mornings in LA belong to Sedano and Cap.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Time to recap Rams Texans, Week 1 NFL Sunday from SoFi Stadium.
This is the Rams postgame show. Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens live from Hollywood Park Casino. Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play. We'll recap everything that went down today in Week 1 NFL Sunday. Plus, we're going to take your reaction. 877-710-ESPN. Rams Texans in the books. Time to react. The Rams postgame show is right now.
Back to Travis Rogers.
Rams are 1-0, a 14-9 win over the Houston Texans. Pretty good Houston Texans team, a very good Houston Texans defense, but the Rams find a way. Big play, Stafford and Nakua to put the thing on ice, and perhaps an even bigger play where Nate Landman punches it out. The Rams recover a fumble with the Texans on the drive to potentially go ahead and maybe even win that game on the road at Tennessee next week. Pregame show starts at 8 with me and Sua. Kickoff at 10 o'clock as well. And it's not just me and Sua here at Hollywood Park Casino. It is also none other than Chris Morales.
Travis, party today at Hollywood Park Casino. The Rams win. How do we feel about the Rams today, huh?
Whose house?
Rams house. And listen, by the way, if you come by Hollywood Park Casino all season long, we're giving away this Pedigo electric bike.
I love an e-bike.
I love an e-bike. I think I love an e-bike.
Is that the one that goes 30 miles per hour?
I think so.
They go fast.
Yeah.
Come on by HBC after every home game. This is where we're going to be doing the Rams postgame show. Great food here, great prizes, and we got great fans. We got David, right? David.
Yes,
David, what city are you from?
From Anaheim.
Anaheim, the west or the east? I'm on the east. You on the west?
That's a great question.
That's okay, David. David, what's your last name?
Pantoja.
Oh, David Pantoja. Thank you for being here. So both you and your bride are wearing Matthew Stafford jerseys. Matthew Stafford. How do you feel Matthew Stafford did today in year 700 or whatever season?
Only 17.
It was 17. Yeah, exactly. I saw it up there on the
Don't look
screen.
at him. Don't look at him. Look at me. How do you feel about Matthew Stafford today?
I was honestly very glad to hear that he was ready to go today during game day. The fear of the back injury definitely put me out. I was just like, oh, God, I hope he's okay. No disrespect to Jimmy G. Jimmy D, I think, is a good
beautiful man, Jimmy G.
He's
dreamboat.
Don't listen to that.
It's okay. What's your wife's name?
Carla.
Carla, it's okay. I saw him in person, too. At Media Day, I was falling in love all over again.
He'd let him.
Yeah.
Dreamy.
All right, I'll let that one slide then.
So after the quarterback sneak, Sua made this point, would he be quarterback sneaking if that back was in trouble and he's out there quarterback sneaking?
I saw that too, Sue. I saw him go the quarterback sneak, and I thought, you know what? His back is 100% if he's going to be doing that, especially not getting that touchdown because he was there. And for them to stop him, that's got to put some strain on the back.
Absolutely. Now, David, I told my new BFF, Rams general manager Les Snead.
Oh, yeah.
I told him when I interviewed him at training camp for our Chalk Talk, 14-3, baby. I think my prediction's pretty good after week 1. 14-3 for the season.
I'm very, very confident in that prediction.
I like it.
Yeah,
Super Bowl, right?
Oh, 100%.
Whose house?
Rams house.
Whose house?
Rams house.
There we go.
Let's
Live
go.
from Hollywood Park Casino. David, thank you so much. Safe travels back to Anaheim, okay?
Likewise. Thank you.
Trav?
Yes.
The people are speaking.
Yes,
the
they are.
14-3 prediction is coming through. It's going to be 2-0 after we beat those stinking Titans. Now the Eagles game in week 3.
Eagles, that's all right. You got the Indianapolis Colts and Indiana Jones coming to town. In
Colts
week
were
4.
tough today against the Dolphins, but you say it's because the Dolphins just stink.
The Dolphins are awful.
Awful?
I had a rule this year in fantasy: no Vikings, no Dolphins. Thank God I passed on Tyreek because we saw a glimpse of it last year.
They're probably the worst team in that division, right?
I think so. We saw a glimpse of it last year with Tua after coming back from the injury. The offense just isn't the same. The explosiveness is gone. McDaniel's been figured out. The gimmick is over. I think that the experimental McDaniels thing is going to come to an end.
It is a final, as somebody once said.
I think so.
This is what makes McVay so incredible, is because McVay showed up in the league, not like Mike McDaniel down in Miami, and obviously, lighten it up. And there was, remember that Sean McVay broke the NFL, right? That he's going to score 50 points every single time, and et cetera, et cetera. And the rest of the league adjusted. Well, then he adjusted back.
Yes.
And it's that's the key. It's, do you have that counterpunch? Once they figure out the first thing, it's like a Major League Baseball pitcher. I might blow it by you 1 or 2 times early, but eventually I'm going to have to throw you a second pitch, and McVay has a second pitch.
Yeah, McVay pulled the old magician's trick. He said, okay, I'm get ready to be amazed as I slip that watch off the wrist. And everybody thought they had the offense figured out. A lot of the NFL kind of adopted this McVay offense and started using it. And even some of the Shanahan offense, they started using it, and the whole NFL kind of tweaked their defense to stop that. And McVay said, okay, well, here's another wrinkle, and now they're playing catch-up again.
So we were talking with David there from Anaheim about the quarterback sneak. Do you think that Matthew Stafford, his back is 100% healthy? Is that an indication that they feel good enough to send him into the pile like that? Because I think it was more, hey, let's catch him napping here than it is he's going to – because Matthew Stafford's a big guy, but it's not Jalen Hurts like he's going to bull his way in there. And it felt like he tiptoed into that just a hair.
He definitely tiptoed. He laid on top of the pile. He didn't drive. He just said, I hope I get in there. But I think it's a mix of both. I think it was a mix of they can't be doing QB sneak. His back has been hurt this whole time. There's no way they QB sneak.
Yeah.
And then there's also, well, he's healthy and we are going to QB sneak. So it was a mix of both.
You notice they didn't do it again. That's all I'm saying. Like, we can do something one time, and it's like maybe I'll catch you napping. But if it doesn't work, I'm like,
he laid.
Wait, Kyren, here you go. We'll flip it out to you, and you come around.
He laid on that pile.
Yeah.
He did not drive those legs.
We haven't talked a lot about Kyren. We'll get into him. It's a very typical Kyren Williams game. 18 carries, 66 yards. But he did get in the end zone. That's what he does. A fantasy owner's dream scenario, right?
Yeah.
Just touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. We'll take a look around the rest of the league. That is all coming up on the Rams postgame show on ESPN 710.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Yo, I'm your old basketball. Haven't seen you out on the courts in a while. Why not pass me over to Goodwill? Donating me helps Goodwill's mission to provide career training and support services right here in the community. And that's a slam dunk. Donate today. Hey, I got next.
To find your nearest Goodwill locations and to learn more about our mission, please visit Goodwill.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Rams Week 1 NFL Sunday against the Texans is a final from SoFi Stadium.
This is the Rams postgame show with Travis Rogers and Sua Cravens, live from HPC, Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play. We recap everything that went down.
You're listening to the Rams postgame show.
Once again with Sua Cravens, back to Travis Rogers.
Rams are 1-0, a 14-9 win against the visiting Houston Texans. And so I think that the further into the season we get, the more we're going to look back on this win. It's a pretty darn good win for the Rams. I think the Texans are a pretty good team.
Yeah, I think we're going to look back and see the Texans are going to be at least a 10-win team that is fighting for a top seed in the playoffs. And we're going to say, thank God we played them early and when they didn't have those options.
I'll tell you what else, too, that the Rams, their two crossover divisions are the AFC and NFC South. Of those 8 teams that they're going to play,
that was the hardest one.
There are 2 good ones. It's Houston and it's Tampa, and that they got the Houston one. They got to go to Tampa later in the season and play that one. But that, of those 8 games, you checked off one of the 2 hard ones. That is a very good start.
Yeah, and if you can beat Tampa, that's going to tell me a lot, because not only did you beat 2 playoff teams, but you beat 2 teams that have very explosive offenses. Like Tampa, Mike Evans didn't have a good game today.
Yeah.
And they found a way to beat the Falcons in Atlanta today with a Bijan Robinson that was running pissed off. So Tampa's no slouch, but they do not have the defense that the Texans have, and I think the Rams will fare well in that game.
You mentioned it. Let's talk about some of these other games around the league, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. The Bucs did beat the Falcons 23-20. That matters. A, the Rams are going to play both of those teams, and B, the Rams have the Falcons' first-round pick. You want the Falcons to lose every single week. That the worst of the season for the Atlanta Falcons is better news for the Rams. Remember, they have their number one pick. They have 2 picks. Who knows whether you use that pick to flip it and go get something else as you get deeper into this season, depending on injuries or what else you might need. But keep your eye on the Falcons all season long.
After what we've seen at the college level, too, I don't think the Rams necessarily want to be in the Arch Manning business at this point.
Yeah.
So,
they beat up San Jose State. What do you mean? Come on.
Yeah, you looked great against San Jose State. Hats off. Let's give them the Heisman.
Spartans aren't messing around. You got to go out there and do something.
Do the Spartans even have a stadium on both sides of the field? I think there's just bleachers on one and then field. But, yeah, no, Arch Manning, I don't know if the Rams are going to be in the business for him, whether he was going to be a top pick or not. I don't think the Rams were going to be a top 5 picking team unless the Falcons just find a way to lose 14 games this season.
Or you package the 2 to move up to,
But then who are you really going out to get for 2 first-rounders at this point?
True. You know? We'll see. I still think there's a real possibility they use it to make a trade this season. Like we saw them do for Von Miller when they went to the Super Bowl. And just having that extra little card to play should be really
Maybe a DB.
Maybe a DB, too. What did you think of their secondary today?
They played well today. Against Nico Collins.
Yeah.
If you can limit Nico to under 50 yards, under 5 catches, you have just locked up one of the best top 5 receivers in the NFL. So the DBs don't necessarily need the help right now. It doesn't hurt to have additional help.
Durant's touchdown, right? Kobe Durant's
interception
was insane.
It was fantastic.
I got in trouble for celebrating about it.
Yeah, there's an unspoken rule that in press boxes you aren't allowed to cheer and celebrate.
It was worth
You're working.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a pretty amazing interception because when it came up, it thought that it was an amazing catch.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, my gosh, he has it. And then,
It was a knee jerk. I'm like, whoa, as a DB, I'm like, what an interception. And like, I'm like, okay, forgot we're at a football game, bud. Sorry.
Wear glass. We're like in the aquarium. You got to be very cool.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, let's go to the Sunday night game. Buffalo 7, the Ravens 0. Still very early in that one. Still about 10 minutes plus to go in the first quarter. But so you were saying Buffalo went right down the field on Baltimore like they weren't even there.
It was easy. It was way too easy. They clicked the easy button on that drive. They were storming down the field, and should have been an interception on one picked or a tipped pass. But other than that, the Bills just stormed down the field like, not only am I the reigning MVP, but we're going to show you why you don't belong on the same field as us right now.
And Lamar Jackson just ran for about 20 yards just there. So
Lamar's pretty good, too.
Yeah, he wants to march in the field as well.
How many yards exactly? That is my fantasy quarterback.
Lamar and Josh Allen have not the exact same story to tell this season, but similar stories to tell, which is basically, how do we get through that dude in Kansas City?
Yeah, you got to
until you find a way. And last year, Buffalo had home field. They had to come there. And it's not that Josh Allen hasn't played well in those games. He's played terrific in those games.
In a lot of the games.
It's just that Kansas City, and in particular Mahomes, has been a lot better. Not so much for Lamar. Lamar's played poorly in those moments.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'll say that none of these guys are getting past Mahomes right now, and that's the biggest thing. Like, if you want to be the best quarterback, even with the MVP, I wouldn't say Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. He might be the most talented, might be the strongest arm or the best leader, but Mahomes has cemented himself as a Hall of Famer already this early in his career. His playoff record, I think he only has 1 postseason or 2 postseason loss.
Both in
one
the Super
to the
Bowl.
GOAT, one to the greatest quarterback of all time, and one to Joe Burrow. So, you have to do a lot to climb that mountain to beat Mahomes.
He's never not made the AFC champ. At worst.
Was it 7 years in a row, AFC champ? 6 years in a row?
Their season ends in the AFC championship game. At worst. It's crazy.
And so here is something where, week 1, we never know anything about anything. So the teams that have scored more than 23 points today, the Colts, the Steelers,
go figure,
and the Jets.
Only 3?
Of course.
Those are the only 3 teams. So far, the Sunday Night Football game is going on, and we still have a Monday Night game to follow, but 3 teams have scored over 23
and
points
one of
today.
them lost.
Because
the Steelers played the Jets. Let's go to that one right now. Steelers 34, Jets 32. Aaron Rodgers, 22 out of 30. Emily, cover your ears, 244 yards and 4 touchdowns. That dude can still put the football where he wants it to go.
I did not expect the Pittsburgh Steelers to be running jet motion with tight ends. I didn't expect them to be running cross scissors and swinging the running back out. I didn't expect Aaron Rodgers to be sitting in the pocket delivering 4 touchdowns with the limited weapons that he had. DK Metcalf looked like he was back in his rookie year today.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Steelers offense looked like how Miami and Kansas City's offense used to look. And I can't believe I'm saying this right now. Jets versus Steelers might be the game of the day.
It probably was. It certainly was one of the closer games of the day, and it's such a non-Steeler way to win a football game is get the ball late a couple of times, go score a couple of late touchdowns. Use JB, when the Rams played the Steelers, I think it was 2 years ago, here at SoFi, he said they're not trying to beat you in a race across the lake. They're hoping you drown first.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get you into the middle of the lake and make sure that you drown before they do. And that's been the way that the Steelers have gone about it. And that did not look like that was the motion today.
Never did I ever think I'd see Aaron Rodgers just waiting to get the ball back. Like, oh, they scored again? That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. Let's go. Let's go.
They look pretty darn good along the way. We'll talk about some of these other games as well, including Sewell holding his breath on the Cincinnati Bengals for most of the morning with his eliminator pool. Plus, we'll hear a little bit more from Sean McVay. It's all coming up on the Rams postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Chris Morales here. So many things, big and little, make you uniquely you. Your hobbies, dreams, career, family, and more. Addiction to drugs, including opioids and stimulants, can strip these away from you. This National Recovery Month, recover your life. Choose treatment for drug addiction and get back to what matters most. Find a provider and proven treatment option.
Is equipped with 7-seat versatility for surprise team practice carpools. Dynamic storage for when quick stops at the antique market turn into a whole new living room set. With Google built in for when you choose the road more exciting. And innovative technology and advanced safety features for all your precious cargo. The Volvo XC90, designed for life. Visit volvocars.com/US to learn more. Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
When a parent sees their child smile, they see hope. Aleem hoped that his son Rajib would have an easier life than he had. You see, Rajib, just like his father, was born with a cleft. But thanks to Smile Train, both father and son received free, life-changing surgeries, transforming their smiles into symbols of hope. To learn more and support the global cleft community, visit smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
Every year across America, a staggering 4.2 million youth are homeless or trafficked. Covenant House is the national leader providing safe housing for youth, 50 years strong. Help us fight youth homelessness. Go to covenanthouse.org.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of the LA Rams, the home of Rams football. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Rams win 14-9 over the Houston Texans, week 1 of the NFL season, on their way to Tennessee 1 week from today. Kickoff early morning window, so a 10 a.m. kickoff. You and I start our pregame show at 8 o'clock in the morning, so make sure that you're checking that out as well. And a real opportunity for the Rams to get off to a great start going into Tennessee. Rookie quarterback Cam Ward, they got off to, I think, maybe a little bit better start than we might have thought of. They gave Denver a game deep into that one on the road, so maybe not quite as easy as we might have thought, but still a really good opportunity.
Yeah, just how you feel about Miami, I feel the same about Tennessee.
Yeah.
Denver and Bo Nix were trying their hardest to allow the Titans to win this game. Bo Nix 2 picks and a fumble, 3 turnovers in the first half. I think he only threw for less than 200 yards today, and they still got the win. So that tells me that not only does this Tennessee Titans team not capitalize on turnovers and change of field, having short fields, but Cam Ward also struggled.
Plus, there's going to be a little bit more timing. There's going to be a little more crispness with that Rams, having that first game under the belt, all the starters playing the entire way. Just an opportunity to kind of really get going along, especially for Matthew Stafford, who had a pretty nice day today. That's actually not right. Let me refresh this because I know it was over 200. There we go. 245 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 21 out of 29 attempts. And perhaps most importantly, other than the win, he went over 60,000 yards in his career, and he spoke with the media after the game.
It was great. I don't take it for granted. I love being out there with those guys. I love getting to work with them, and just happy that I was able to kind of get through what was going on, and a lot of support from a lot of people, teammates, coaches, trainers, everybody, family. A lot of appreciation goes to those people for helping me and put a bunch of work in. I was able to get back to this point, and just happy to do it. I love being out there. I love playing. NFL football is hard. That's a really good football team we played. I think we had 21 to 28 points probably out there if we don't have a couple things where we hurt ourselves, and which is great. You got to learn from stuff, find ways to win games in September, and we were able to do that today. Unbelievable effort by our defense. Can't say enough about it. Timely. Layman making that punch out was so cool. So just happy to be where I'm standing right now.
Describe, Matthew, what you saw from Puka, where he leaves, he's getting stitches, and then to come back and have that type of game.
Yeah, he's a special player. He's a special person on our team. His game comes to life on Sundays. He's out there in practice, and he's working, he's doing all the stuff, he's making plays and all that. But when it becomes tackle football, is when Puka Nacua's game comes to life, and we're blessed to have him as a player, but as a person too, and as a competitor. Just the person that he is day in and day out, and then what we get to go out there and battle with on Sundays, man, it's special. And I think everybody in our locker room, I know everybody in our locker room really appreciates him. And today's just, it's going to be another one of those stories in probably a really long, successful career of, remember the time, opening day, I had to do this, that, and the other to get back out there and make some big plays, seal the game, at the end of it. So just happy for him, proud of him, and, just love getting to go to work with him.
Remember the time I went over 60,000? There's only, you're one of 10 in NFL history.
Yeah, it brings back a lot of memories, I've been blessed to play this game for a long time with a bunch of great players. The cool thing about quarterback and my thought about it is, I can't throw for any of those yards without every other 10 player on the field, 10 other guys that are, doing their job. And so it's really cool. I share it with so many people and so many teammates and a bunch of coaches, and my family and everybody that's helped me get there. It's you get in those longevity type, places where you're breaking those kind of things. It's not, oh, that was a cool year, a cool 2 years. It's been a long time, and a lot of people have sacrificed a lot to help me out along the way, and I appreciate each and every single one of them. But it's cool. It's an amazing thing, and sure as hell glad that we did it getting a win too.
You're obviously, Matthew, going into the game that you were just going to do what you do and not worry about it. But were there any moments in that game or hits or situations where you felt,
no,
am I going to be okay?
No. No, you can't go out there and play like that. Maybe that's stupid to think, but that's how I go play. I just go out there and play. I think there's, there was some good stuff I did today. I think, there's some plays I think I can be better and try to avoid some more negatives for us, and do a better job there. But it felt great to get back out there. It's been a long time coming, and not only myself, but man, I was really happy for Alaric to go through what he's been through and work the way he did, through the stuff that was going on with him. Just proud of him and happy for his success to be back out there. I know he loves being back out there with us, and we appreciate having him.
Can you talk a little bit about the learning experience you and your team go through week after week?
Yeah, it never stops, right? And every single season is different. You have a different team, you got different opponents. How's it going to go? Do you lose a player to injury? Do you not? And it's just this puzzle you got to put together. Continue to try and get better and better week in and week out. Find ways to win football games like we did today, and learn from all the stuff that could have made this game a lot easier for us. So it's a whole lot, more fun to do that at 1-0 than it is 0-1, and got to continue to, correct those mistakes and bring them to life on game day when we do the right stuff.
Were you getting antsy the last few weeks?
Antsy? No. I think I was just excited to get back out there and play. happy to been on the practice field now for I think 3 weeks, something like that. So felt pretty good about that. But no, anytime the season starts again, I'm excited and knew it was going to be a whole lot of fun to get out there and go to work with these guys.
Want to get a couple more guys. What do you take away from this win that sets the tone for the season?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great job of finishing, right? It took both sides of the ball, special teams, everybody to finish this one out. We could have done a better job, late in the game there, keeping the ball and scoring. It didn't happen, and our defense rose up to the challenge, and Landman made an unbelievable play. And then, we had the opportunity to close the game out, too. We went backwards for 10 yards, which is a tough way to start it, and our guys battled and got us close enough. And then Puka made a great play there at the end to kind of ice it. And that's complimentary football, right? That's, hey, we make a mistake, defense comes out, makes a play for us. Hey, you know what? We're not going to put you back out on the field, defense. We're going to close this thing out, taking a knee. And those kind of things you can build on while cleaning up some of the stuff that, killed some momentum, killed some drives.
Stingley, what's more happening with Davante Adams today? Just how much does his presence just impact the offense with him being on the field?
Yeah, it's huge. He has a ton of respect, and rightfully so. He's an unbelievable player. He's made a bunch of big plays. I've been on the other sideline when I was in Detroit, and he was doing it to us when he was in Green Bay. So, it's fun to go out there and work with him, get to, throw the ball to a guy that's a future Hall of Famer, unbelievable player. I feel lucky.
That's Matthew Stafford after the 14-9 win over the Houston Texans, where he became just the 10th player in NFL history to throw for more than 60,000 yards. He brought up a couple of big names there, including Davante Adams and Alaric Jackson. I want to talk about when we come back. Sue and I will break that down for you on the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams radio network.
The We Make It Easy sales event is here. So now's the best time for a great deal on a new Toyota. Choose from the biggest selection of the year with the biggest savings. Drive home the all-hybrid Camry with its striking design, a trail-conquering Tacoma 4x4, or an adventurous RAV4. So hurry into your Toyota dealer. The time to drive home your new Toyota is here. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay, and this football season, it's time to celebrate game day with Stella Rosa wines. From tailgates to touchdowns, Stella Rosa brings the flavor and excitement with your chance to win a trip to a major football game on January 1st. Prizes include game tickets, airfare, and hotel accommodations, all covered by Stella Rosa. Sip, cheer, and celebrate all season long. Enter now at stellarosa.com/tailgate2025. Must be 21 years of age or older. Please enjoy responsibly.
Your mornings just got a whole lot louder.
Two massive LA radio superstars.
Sedano and Cap have taken over Morning Drive on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
I'm a great tipper. Cappy's the one that never tips. He's the one that's always complaining. Why is everything got to be a tip? I tip all those mother bleepers.
Don't just listen. Watch, stream, and connect across every platform.
Not a radio station, but a multi-platform operation. Okay?
Yeah, get him, George.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
And 9 to 10 a.m. for the YouTube-only hour.
The freaking curtains open, we bust out through them, and we hit the airwaves.
Because weekday mornings in LA belong to Sedano and Cap.
This is the Rams postgame show on the ESPN LA Rams radio network.
Time to recap Rams-Texans, Week 1 NFL Sunday from SoFi Stadium.
This is the Rams postgame show. Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens live from Hollywood Park Casino. Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play. We'll recap everything that went down today in Week 1 NFL Sunday. Plus, we're going to take your reaction. 877-710-ESPN. Rams Texans in the books. Time to react. The Rams postgame show is right now.
Back to Travis Rogers.
14-9, the final score. The Rams are 1-0. They will head to Nashville next weekend to take on the Titans. Pregame show starts at 8 o'clock. Kickoff coming up at 10. And we just listened to Matthew Stafford a minute ago, Sua, and he was talking about, his road back from injury. And he mentioned Alaric Jackson as well, who had blood clots, and we weren't quite sure whether or not he was going to be ready to go by the start of the season. And he played today, and we didn't say his name, and that's a very good thing for an offensive lineman.
Great thing. If you can go nameless, if you can go nameless all 4 quarters, that means you did your job. 2, you did not give up a sack. And 3, you made it out the game healthy. So for Jackson specifically, dealing with blood clots, nothing to play with. Glad he's healthy. Glad he played well. But also, and I tipped it off before the game started, the Rams were chipping to his side quite a bit.
Yeah, and they got through it. Matthew Stafford did get sacked a couple of times, but it wasn't like he was running for his life. I thought the offensive line did a pretty good job, especially considering that a couple of Steve Avila had to leave the game for a period of time. Kevin Dotson had to leave the game for a period of time. And when all of a sudden, this is where the NFL, this isn't a college roster where you got 3 or 4 guys at every spot. You got like 2 guys and maybe a swing guy that can go, a couple of different places. And those Rams depth pieces showed up today.
Yeah, we were thinking that Jackson was going to be the guy we had to keep an eye on. It turned out that everybody else was getting hurt, and he was the staple on the offensive line. So, yeah, and in the NFL, after you're 1 deep, your number 2 is somebody that was on the cusp of making your team. So that talent drop-off is significant. But we didn't miss a beat today. The Rams, they got the job done. Most importantly, like I said, there's no pictures on the scorecard, and you get the win even with those injuries. You'll take it.
Absolutely. Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. You can catch the live postgame show right here after every home game with myself and Sua Cravens. Right after the game, you can keep all the excitement going, enjoy cocktails, great food, and your chance to win amazing prizes, including a Pedigo e-bike, which I am looking at right over there. Must be 21 or over. See you there. How much more are we going to get out of Davante Adams next week?
I think we're going to get a heavy dose of Davante Adams.
Yeah.
I think I'm talking 8 catches, 140, maybe even 2 touchdowns. But I also heard that disclaimer that if nobody wins this bike, I get to take it home.
I think you're hearing things. Those things are so much fun.
So in Denver, when I was playing for the Broncos, in our luxury apartments, we had 2 of these that you could rent out.
Okay.
And you had to bring it back within like 6 hours. The battery would last 4 to 6 hours. It'd give you 40-mile range.
Oh, no, you can ride all day.
Yeah, so in the morning, I'd take it and say, I'm not going to be back. They'd be like, it's fine. And I'd leave at 8 in the morning, come back from downtown, 8 at night. I had an entire day at a great time.
Doesn't count as a workout, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm not pedaling.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, when you can just hold your thumb down like a motorcycle and race it. By the way, it's the most freeing feeling in the world. Like, yep, I'm chill.
Whee! That's what it is when you hit the road.
All you're missing is putting your feet off the pedals and letting go and riding down the hill along the way. So what's the big takeaway? We got about a minute left here. So what's your big takeaway after week 1 for the Rams?
This Rams defense is for real.
Yeah.
And we don't need to question it anymore. I don't think we're worried about age or experience. I think the front 4 is very talented. That's the best part of this Rams defense is that pass rush, is the run. Jared Verse, young, they have got it right. They took a chance in not drafting a bunch of big names early in the first round and took a bunch of mid-round talent besides Verse. And these guys turned out to be guys, and that's just hats off to the GM.
And they got 3 sacks today, and other than Byron Young, not from guys you would typically expect. Tyler Davis had one along the way. Jalen McCullough had a sack as well, but Verse just felt like he was all over the field all day long. And that ability that you talked about, that ability to change directions and run guys down, he's just a special athlete.
Yeah, there was about 3 plays today where if Jared Verse doesn't turn and burst to that ball, it goes for 10 yards and extends the drive and maybe leads to more points. Jared Verse, even when he's not making the splash plays, doing all the little things that matter.
He'll get his sacks coming up next week against Tennessee. Sue and I will get you started at 8, kickoff at 10. The Rams are 1-0. Go Rams.
The town loves a good highlight. But what happens after the lights go out? That's where real work starts. At Vista Paint, we're here for the ones that don't skip prep, who show up early, tape clean edges, and don't cut corners. We make the paint that covers, sticks, and gets it done. Going strong past the hype, because the best jobs don't need a filter, just the right tools. When you're working late and pushing through the weekend, you need a partner that stands with you. No gimmicks, no shorts.